How's it going, everyone? Marriland here. That's right, it's time for more Terraria. And a new day has dawned. Actually didn't have much time to wait since the last time, but I did something that I forgot to mention in the last episode. I know there's always something, right? You might notice as I'm hovering over these chests, it tells you what's inside. Well, that's the last thing that I forgot to mention. On any of your chests, you can hit rename, and then you can type up a name for it. If it has a name, when you hover over it, you'll be able to see what it is. That is so useful! Like, seriously, that's one of the best things. And trust me, you are going to want to stay as sorted as possible. Not easy to do early on, but it is definitely something you want to make a habit of. I'm gonna do a better job at sorting later. But for right now, I guess this will get the job done. I don't think I need any money, so let's go ahead and deposit that. Oh, I don't need this short sword. Yeah, another thing that I forgot to mention. Do you see this trash can down here? You can just put things in the trash can and it will get rid of them. The most recently deleted item will stay there until it's replaced, but it's, you know, gonna be gone after that. That can be good if you accidentally put something there, which, by the way, if you're used to shift-clicking things in to a chest, and then let's say, you know, you're in your inventory, you think you're in a chest, you shift-click, oh no, I just deleted it. Yeah, don't shift-click when you're in your inventory but not a chest unless you want to delete things. Because, guess what? They're gonna go to the trash. Now, sometimes that can work to your advantage, but more often than not, it's going to be exactly the opposite of what you want. So just keep that in mind while you are doing your stuff, I guess. So I need to get some more stone because I want to make some armor, and I don't think I actually have enough for it. Oh, well, look at that. Here's another event that can sometimes happen. Every now and then, you'll get the traveling merchant showing up near your spawn place. That's a pretty butterfly. And his inventory varies every time he arrives, but he can sell some pretty cool items. In this case, oh my goodness, a diamond ring. I think that's one of the most expensive items in the game. 2 platinum. Remember I was telling you how gold is like 100 silver and silver is 100 copper. Platinum's 100 gold. This is like 200 gold. That's so much. And also a life form analyzer and then some skin. The skins are just used for decoration and I don't really care about them. But yeah, I can't afford anything this guy has. Nice try though. But rarely he could have a katana, which is amazing if you can buy it early on in the game because it is really good. Like really. You know what? Let me put dirt there instead of torches. If ever I need a torch, I can just hold shift to collect that. Oh yeah, and I want to make an axe, but like I was kind of saying, I need some stone before I can make that furnace. Well, hey, here's some stone. Let's just grab this. We needed 20 of it total, right? I know I already have like 11, but we'll just take that much. Yeah, 23. That's fine. Perfect. Okay, let's go make something out of this copper. So, sort of like the workbench being necessary in order to make certain items, you need the furnace in order to make certain other items. Let's see. Oh, I can make goggles with 2 lenses. Probably don't want to do that, but it's an option. All right, so we got a furnace now. Let's set the furnace up right there, I guess. So, also, one cool thing, when you have your chest open, you can access anything in nearby stuff. Actually, I should probably move the ore chest a little closer to the furnace, or vice versa. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this table. Sorry, pal, but we got to move this over here, and then we can move the furnace, and we'll just have you, like, sitting next to the furnace, you know, keep yourself warm, right? So while we have this open, we can use any of the crafting recipes that would work. See, like if we're, well, you can't really see very well, but we're close enough to the workbench and the furnace that we can do all of their recipes while the chest is open. Although, where did the chest go? Oh, I guess it hides it. All right, so let's make some copper bars. It takes 3 copper ore to make 1 copper bar. And you can hold in right click, of course, to make multiple of them. I guess we could also make a platinum bar. Sure, why not? Okay, what can we do with this stuff? We can make nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because we need an anvil, of course. We need an anvil before we can do anything else. Oh, actually, it looks like the boreal wood does a little bit more defensively and even offensively. Well, I don't think we have enough for it anyway. So we need to find either lead or iron in order to craft up some copper armor or tools or anything of the sort. Oh, hey, a duck. Hey! Ah, darn it, you got away. And then he waddled away. All right, anyway, I'm gonna waddle away back to that desert. I wanna see, maybe I can find something cool over there, or we might be able to find some iron just along the way, or lead. I don't know which we're going to get. Okay, but we do have to be a little careful because some of the enemies in the desert can be bad. Oh, by the way, cactus. Great thing to get because you can make a sword out of cactus and you can even make armor out of cactus. I know, it makes no sense. Why on earth would you make armor out of cacti? Like, doesn't that sound incredibly sharp and painful? Yes, it does. It seriously does. But for some reason, it makes good armor. Ow, that kind of hurts. Okay, there we go. Just use a little bit of magic to take him out. Oh, man. Okay, so if you see a big pit like that, you have to be really, really careful because there are some nasty stuff waiting for you down there. I don't recommend going to it anytime soon. If you can, just seal it up and hope for the best. And try to stay away from there, too, because some really nasty stuff spawns that we've so far been fortunate enough not to see, but you're just gonna have to take my word. It can be really nasty. There's this thing that flies after you like this big bug. Very bad news. So far, we've actually had a pretty good trip through the desert. I don't want to jinx it. Oh, look at all that water. What is that? Oh, there's an antlion down there. That's gonna be fun. Let's just try to avoid it if I can. Alright, there we go. Could use some rope here, but I do have the climbing claws, so I'll just do that to jump up, which is nice. But yeah, having rope is a good idea in general while you're exploring, because you can just get yourself out of all sorts of situations. Not seeing any iron or anything of the sort. I guess I'll take some day bloom. But it is a good idea to go explore your overworld, probably before you start exploring the caves and stuff. I mean, it totally depends on what you as a player want to do, but that's my general recommendation. Let's see, what have we got over here? Oh, there we go. So, a little hard to see, but do you see these 3 pieces of something? That's lead. Yeah, we don't have iron in this world, we have lead. Which is okay, no problem with that. They're pretty much the same as far as progression goes. I don't remember which is better. I know for those kind of alternate ores and stuff, and it looked like something would be down there, huh? Sometimes there is one that's just like slightly better. It doesn't make a substantial difference though. Like, don't worry, it's if you get the one that's worse, it's really not that bad. Oh, this is gonna be fun. How am I gonna get up there? Let's hop up and see if I can drop some rope. Yeah, there we go. Getting a little clever with the rope now. And here we are, another desert. So I got a pretty good amount of cactus, but I do want to get some more because I'm gonna make a cactus sword and a cactus pickaxe too you can make. So that's why finding a desert is a good idea early game before you start going underground, because that way you will be able to make some kind of decent equipment. Not the best, but it can oftentimes save you the hassle of making like an iron pickaxe or something, or a lead pickaxe. Watch out for these things, because they hit pretty hard with their sand blocks that they launch at you. Ow, you jerk. Okay, well, we took them out. That's what's important. Also, I have potions, right? let's say I'm running into some trouble. I can press H, and that's the hotkey for healing. Press H to heal. Keep in mind, though, that there is a cooldown. After you've used a potion, you have to wait another minute before you can use another potion. This thing right here is what shows your current buffs and debuffs. And in this case, that is a definite debuff. Can't really get around it either, but that's okay. Just keep that in mind, though. You can't go on a healing frenzy. So there's a chest here, and nice. It has a boomerang. We have a ranged weapon. Feel pretty good about that. Also have some copper bars, some shuriken, some potions, and of course the chest. Plus, on top of that, I see this lovely little hole right here. Every now and then, you'll find a little 1 block wide hole. If you got some rope, toss it down there, and then just kind of dig down. And every now and then, you might get a really, really rare sword at the bottom of this. By the way, remember, hold up. All right, oh, and I found some lead, that's good. We needed some of that anyway. We have the furnace, so we can work with that. But yeah, these, I don't remember the exact name of these, but they're like sword shrines or something. And at the bottom, you'll find this sword in the ground, and more often than not, it'll be a fake, and it just breaks, and you don't get anything. Which I just showed a great example of. Yeah, don't worry if you didn't get anything. It's pretty uncommon that you actually do. But it's certainly worth checking out, because it's a very good sword for this point in the game. I think it's like, what, the enchanted sword? Something like that. And I think there might be a corruption over here. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. So I am going to put these on the hotbar so I'm able to get out of here if I really need to. Eater of Souls. These things will chase you around. And they hit pretty hard, actually. Especially at this point in the game. If you have a spear, great. If you don't, yeah, you're probably not going to have all that great of a time. Because they have good defense, and they can hit you pretty hard. But the spear does a really good job at kind of poking them and hitting them for multiple pieces of damage. Also, if you see any trees by either the Corruption or the Crimson, and by the way, these things are Corruption only. You will not fight these. Come on, I just want to finish. Okay, you won't fight those if you are in a Crimson world. You'll fight something else instead. You want to be very careful around here, early game, because they can quickly overwhelm you. If you don't have something that can hit multiple targets or pierce enemies or any number of things. There's also holes that you can fall in. Yeah, it's pretty scary, actually. I don't recommend being over here. Oh, man. Ow! Bye, I'm out of here. Yeah, you can see why. They hit really hard. But we're gonna need to get past them at some point, but let's take a look at our map. We've done a pretty good job at exploring. We've gotten to our corruptions over here. There's one on that side, there's one on the other side. Right? Yeah, it's over there. So we're pretty much set. I think our next thing that we're gonna do is explore underground, but now we have some lead. Is it enough to make an anvil? It is not. Yeah, we need more. In fact, let's find out how much more. Where is our friend, the guide? Brandon, how much do we need to make an anvil? Well, let's find out. Where is an anvil over here? Right here. We need 5 lead bars. Darn it. So just a little bit more, and then we'll be able to make some lead stuff. But what we can do in the meantime, we can make some cactus stuff. We just have to be close enough to the workbench. And as you can see, we can make a cactus chest, which takes any iron bar. If it says any iron, that means either iron or lead. We can make cactus bathtub. Wow, that sounds inviting. A cactus candle, a cactus lamp. Yeah, you can make cool decorative stuff. But the main thing you're gonna wanna make is a set of cactus armor. So let's make a cactus helmet for 20. A cactus breastplate for 30, so that's 50 total, and cactus leggings for 25. So a total of 75 pieces of cactus gets you a full set. Now, to equip the equipment, we can just put it over here, or you can right-click, and that will toggle it. Ta-da! Should give a pretty nice defense boost overall. I think it's 5 defense if you have the whole set. 1, 2, so that's 3, then 4, plus you get a set bonus of 1. Oh, let me shut this door. Also, you look pretty weird when you're wearing cactus. Yeah, I look like the green thing. So, we also want to make a cactus sword, and we have a light cactus sword, so it's fast. I guess that's a good thing. And a cactus pickaxe. Yeah, that swings a little bit faster than our copper pickaxe. Actually, no, it doesn't. But it does a little bit more damage, and most importantly, it has no range penalty. You see, the copper pickaxe has -1 range, so you can't reach as far with it. We don't need it for anything anymore. And the light cactus sword has 9 melee damage, whereas this has 7. So yeah, the cactus sword's definitely a good thing to have. Let's go ahead and equip that. I also really like this spear. That thing's working out great. Okay, I think we're pretty good right now. We need to go underground and find a cave to explore. Actually, you know what? Oh, I can't make any tools because I don't have an anvil. Darn it! So many problems. Alright, let's set that chest down there. We're gonna sort some of this stuff. Let's do a quick stack. Anything? Anything? Maybe? No? Alright, where's my potion ingredients? Let's put the mushrooms. Actually, let's do a quick stack. Vile mushrooms. Those are used for stuff. Cactus. I don't remember if that's used in a potion off the top of my head, but it's fine. Alright, and then let's put the lead away here. How I like to organize my chests, I like to have one chest for ore early game, where I have, like, the ore on top and then the bar beneath it. This will make more sense in a little bit. Oh, ebonwood, that's right. I don't think I can make anything with ebonwood. Oh, yeah, I can make an ebonwood sword, which is kind of nice. Or an ebonwood hammer, or an ebonwood bow. That's why I picked that stuff up, because it's actually pretty strong if you're dangerous enough to go over there. Let's go ahead and make an ebonwood sword. It'll be a little bit better than the light cactus sword, although it's not as fast. This is pretty fast. Alright, let's test them out. I like the cactus sword. That's pretty good. Alright, this thing is not as big either, so, I'd probably stick my recommendation towards the cactus sword. Definitely is a lot wider. So you should be able to hit things a lot more often. Oh, it's raining. That can sometimes happen in Terraria. You'll get different enemies that show up in the rain. Die. Die. Honestly, I'm better off just using my, Ooh, there's a star that fell. I'm better off just using my spear, but... You know, you might not get a spear if you're playing. Whereas getting a cactus sword is pretty easy. Okay, let's fight this zombie over here. And then I think what we're going to do, we are going to do a little bit of cavern exploring, hopefully. So yeah, let's go ahead and, gonna be a little risky here. I guess we don't really need the platforms anymore because we have rope. And we can just drop this rope down. And that works great. See, isn't rope useful? I love rope. It is amazing. Seriously, one of the best items. At least early game, it's so useful. Alright, so we don't really need these platforms. It actually doesn't hurt for us to have them there, but, you know, we might as well move away from them. Okay, now the fun part, we just get to dig down. Yeah, fun. Oh, by the way, I might want to show you a shortcut. So you can press Control, and then your cursor gets all big and everything. Then when you use a tool, in this case the cactus pickaxe, you'll see like a little yellow thing. And it'll kind of keep mining in that direction. Additionally, if you are to interact with any objects, it'll just try to pick the closest one to where your cursor is, rather than it being exact. So, for instance, like, I'm all the way over here, my cursor's over there, I'm just gonna right-click it and open up the chest. No big deal, right? Yeah, that's what that's all about. Oh, another thing that is a very useful tip. Catch goldfish. You can sell them for money. In fact, if you have some sand, which I don't think I do, but I do have a bottle, and if you fill this bottle with water, which you just need to craft near, it near a source of water, which I don't oh yeah, there's one right over there. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this. This is a good thing you can do to make money early on when it's raining, because you'll find fish that just kind of walk on land for some reason. So, in order to make a, oh, I need to turn off control if I want to hold this torch very well. If you want to make a bottle of water, oh, look at that, there's a worm in the water. Can I catch it? Yeah, there we go. You can use worms as bait for fishing, which will play a role later on. But yeah, to make a bottle of water, you just stand by water and fill it up. There we go. And then to make a goldfish thing, let's see, I think all we need to do is just have a bottle of water and a goldfish, and we get a fish bowl. Yeah, that's pretty neat. We can set it down somewhere, but we can also sell it for a nice 20 silver. That's not too shabby, really. 5 of those gets you 1 gold. Great way to earn money early on. All right, I'm gonna get back to, oh, by the way, you can put your worms in your ammo slot for some reason. I'm gonna get back to digging, and I'll cut back in when when we found something, I guess. Oh, right, control. Alright, well, I see something down below. We've finally gotten there. It seems like it's taken long enough. Alright, let's go ahead and drop a little bit more rope down there so it'll be easy to get back up. And let's chop down this side of the cliff. There we go. So, let's see. We should be set. Ow! Oh man, that was bad. Yeah, I took some fall damage. That definitely hurt. Not a good idea to do that, actually. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, this is disappointing. Huh. Yeah, talk about a disappointment. Oh well, I guess I'll keep digging. Oh man, I see something cool over there. Do you see it? It looks like a heart. Yeah, that's because it's a life crystal, and as its appearance suggests, it has something to do with your health. Yeah, getting a bunch of these is indeed good for your health. So, all you need to do is just hit it with your pickaxe, and voila, you get a life crystal. This is a consumable item that when you consume it, it raises your maximum life by 20, or gives you 1 extra heart. You can either use it from your hotbar, or I like to just flick it on the player like that. Ta-da! Now I've got 120 health. Awesome! You can have up to 400 health, or 20 hearts. At least, generally speaking. Later in the game, you might be able to get more, but the standard limit is 400. So you'll want to collect a whole bunch of those. And you can find those only underground, so definitely keep that in mind. I also do see something down over here, so let's see if we can get to it. By the way, one really cool thing about Terraria is you can actually place torches, way far away. Like, you can place them through walls. I don't know how that makes sense, but it does. I see lead over there, that's good. Let's climb up using my climbing claws. And we're gonna drop some more rope. Oh, darn it. Wow, where'd those slimes come from? Alright, where did my boomerang go? Let's go ahead and use this thing. Kind of hit him from a distance. Yeah, it's not a bad idea having, like, a rope kind of passage thing leading underground, because later on you're going to want to have a way to get deep underground quickly, because that's where all the cool stuff is. Can be a little dangerous early on, but we're not really at the dangerous level just yet, though. Although, do you see where the, where this dirt wall in the background, it's kind of going away? Kind of see that? Well, that's because we're about to enter the, I think it's the underground layer, the caverns layer. I know that there's two different ones, and I always get them mixed up. There's an underground layer and a caverns layer, and then the underworld layer is the very deepest. So I think we're, I don't know, in one of them. But let's get this lead, most importantly. That's really what we were looking for anyway, right? Plus, we can start to see a little cave on the other side there, which we might as well check out. And a green mushroom, or teal mushroom, I'm sorry, it's teal. That can be used later on. Oh, there's a lot of lead over here. Look at all this. Yeah, once you hear this music, that's when you are in the underground, I think it is. And I think the caverns is the lower than underground layer. I always get those two mixed up, okay? I'm sorry. They're very similar things. They're essentially the same as far as, you know, word usage goes. But they are very different. One of them is a lot tougher. When you get that far down, you're gonna start running into some pretty nasty stuff. Right here, you should be fine, though. Because obviously you need to start somewhere, right? Oh, look at that over there. That looks like some tungsten. So it doesn't look like we have silver in our world. We have tungsten instead. Well, let's go ahead and grab some. I also want to get some of that cobweb over there. Cobweb can be useful for different crafting recipes. And that's how you get the bed. You do need cobweb in order to get it. At least somewhat. There are a few other things we'll need. Oh yeah, that's a nice amount of tungsten. Okay, that is a blink root plant. But ideally, we want to wait for it to be blinking before we harvest it. Because that way we should get some seeds from it. And then we can plant it up above ground. Speaking of which, we might want to pick up some of this clay here, because we can use clay to make pots. And we can put seeds inside of pots, and we can grow them, and then we can make potions, and then life is awesome when you can make potions, because they have some really good effects. I don't know what I have on me. Yeah, I guess I left most of my potions at home. I have the recall potion, of course. And I have the lesser healing potions, but, you know, those aren't ones we made ourselves. Alright. Oh, there's a worm. Yeah, try to catch any worms you get, because once you get into fishing, you will want to, you'll want to fish a lot more than you'll be able to. Oftentimes, you're just held back by the lack of bait. So, getting something, as you see it, is a good idea. Worms aren't the only kind of bait, but they're one of the more common ones, and they're pretty good, so not really a bad thing getting them. Alright, what have we got going on here? Also, by the way, once you reach this level, you can no longer place torches on the wall, because there is no wall. It's like this weird kind of background thing. So just keep that in mind if you're trying to find somewhere to light things up, and you know, you can't. You'll have to give it a little bit more thought. Alright, let's light something in the water on fire, of course. Well, I guess it doesn't apply the buff, so there's at least something that makes sense about that. Well, it's magic, right? Yeah, that's it. That's my excuse, I'm sticking to it. Okay, so that jellyfish dropped a glow stick. I know, where's the rave, right? Yeah, you can use a glow stick underwater. I'm holding shift, by the way, just thought I'd reiterate that, because not everyone knows that little trick. You can use glow sticks underwater, and it kind of lights stuff up. You can also, I only have two, so I don't really want to throw one of them away, but you could left-click while you are holding it to throw it, and then it'll just kind of land wherever it ends up landing, and will stay there for a while, and light up the area. So it's a good thing to do. You know what, I'm gonna use my cactus sword, just so we have something a little more for it. It's actually pretty good, this cactus sword. I'm happy with it. Anything over there? I kind of see something, but when you start seeing hardened sand, you don't necessarily want to go too much farther. Also, that glowing purple ore stuff, we cannot mine that right now. That's called demonite ore. It only spawns in the corruption, well, not in the corruption, but only in corruption worlds. So if you're playing in the Crimson, you'll find something called Crimtane ore instead. And I'd say that they're the same, but they do craft entirely different things. But they're more or less equivalent to each other, I guess. It's probably the better way to put it. Hey! Out of my way. Okay, I want to go over there, I guess. Also, while you are exploring underground, even though I haven't run into any yet, I need to caution you. There are traps. Oftentimes, there will be little buttons that you can accidentally step on, and they connect to usually either dart traps, which shoot a poisonous dart at you that will damage you and poison you. And it's not usually lethal unless you're playing on expert mode, but it is rather unpleasant. But you might also trigger a boulder trap, where it will drop a boulder directly above you. And it's wired up using some kind of wiring mechanism, which we don't have access to just yet, but that... Oh, I missed a spot, darn it. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it can just be nasty. I figured I'd just warn you ahead of time before I end up hitting one, because I know I will. But I've died so many times over the years from traps. They're no fun. I mean, they are. They're good. You just have to watch out for them. So don't just go running through caves all nilly-willy. Man, this is a lot of lead. Look at all this lead. There's so much of it here. I love it. Oh, man. We're gonna be able to make all sorts of cool stuff. Oh, nice. All right, so right below me, there is a, I don't even remember what it's called, like abandoned cabin, abandoned house, underground house, something like that. These are the main things you want to find while you are digging underground. They have gold chests in them, and they have really good loot as a general rule. They're where you can find some of the cooler items in the game. So, it's very fortunate that I managed to find one. I mean, they are scattered all around. Like, it's not like they're super duper rare or anything. But they're definitely good to find, and they're definitely what you're looking for. Plus, the gold chests look really cool. Alright, and there's some cobwebs over here. Let's go ahead and take those out. Oh, look at that. Sapphires, I think. What is our prize? We get, ooh, enchanted boomerang. This is a nice item to get early on in the game because it has 13 melee damage, and it's pretty fast, plus it is ranged. So I'm gonna put that over there. We do not need the wooden boomerang anymore. Another really nice thing about the enchanted boomerang, it kinda lights stuff up just a little bit. Like, you can fire it, and you can kinda cheese looking at other rooms nearby and stuff, so that's kinda cool. Nothing else overly exciting in the chest, but hey, I will definitely take that boomerang. Now, let's grab these sapphires. You definitely want to pick up gems, because they're used for all sorts of things. Especially if you're doing magic. I know that you need those in order to start making some of the better wands. Like, I got kinda lucky and I got that stick thing, because that's the earliest magic item you can get. I see you, worm. Ah, gotcha. Wow, I can't get out of here, huh? Okay, fine, I'll take the wood. But yeah, oh, I want to get that copper too, I guess. But you can make, staves if you have a certain type of metal and a certain type of gem. So, you're probably not gonna know which staff you're gonna get, because remember, you could end up with alternate ores. It doesn't accommodate to that, I'm pretty sure. Wait, what's that down there? You see it? Oh yeah, there's copper. I might as well get it. It's only gonna be used for so long. Because copper becomes trash pretty quickly, I'll tell you right now. Same with tin. But that's okay. All right, is there anything else kind of nearby? I'm not really seeing anything. I was thinking of maybe leaving anyway. I just wanted to see if I could find something. Yeah, look at that. If you have good aim, you can keep repeatedly hitting things with the boomerang, and it's a very nice weapon in that case. But if you miss, then it's going to go flying all over the place. And you have to wait until it returns before you can actually fire it again. So keep that in mind. That's the drawback to boomerangs. Like, see, I couldn't attack or anything there. Oh, there's another worm. Probably because it was raining. They're all dropping down here now. Oh, where did it go? Oh, darn it, come back here! Hey! Man, I can't get it. It's gone. I don't even care. There's another worm. How did it even get there? I don't even know. How do I even get there? Okay, here we go. Nice. All right, I'm done exploring for today. I think we got plenty of stuff, and I want to do a little bit of smelting and anviling before I end things today, because look, we got a whole bunch of stuff. We got 127 lead ore, 26 tungsten, and 74 copper. What are we gonna do? Quick stack to chests. Yeah, that's right. It won't work on everything because we haven't gotten tungsten before, but you know what? It's a good habit. I also like to put gems in there too. Okay, so now that we have the furnace, we can of course smelt the bars. We know that much, so let's smelt them all. And let's smelt up all of the lead. You are going to want to save some lead, but you don't really need to right now. And I'll smelt up the tungsten, because you can use this to make iron skin potions, which raise your defense and are very nice. But again, don't worry about it too much early on. Just remember, you can't make iron skin potions from the bars. Okay, so 5 lead bars lets us make an anvil. Cool. So we gotta place this thing somewhere. Let's go ahead and... Will that work? Will it fit? It fits. Nice. So we have the anvil there, meaning we can... Well, we don't have our chest open. That's right. Okay, now we should be able to... Is it really out of range? It is, darn it. Okay, Brandon, buddy, I almost dropped an anvil on your head. Here's what we'll do. We'll place it over here. There we go. Okay, now we should be able to use the anvil. Okay, yes, we... Really? Wow. Very little range on that anvil, my goodness. Okay, well, whatever the case, we can use it from here, and that's what's important. So, yeah, look, we can make lead broadswords, lead short swords. Never make short swords, never. Never. Yeah, we can make all sorts of stuff. We can make a toilet. Yeah, toilet hype. What else? Chains. It is a good idea to make some chains. You might wonder, why do you need chains? Well, they're used in a few crafting things. And they're also used to make a hook if you don't get a gem hook. So they're kind of nice. I recommend making the chains so then you can make the sawmill right here, which takes 10 of any wood, 2 of any iron bar, and then 3 chains. The sawmill can be placed, and then you can do special crafting with it and stuff. And I'm just gonna take all the lead with me, I guess. Because we can make a loom. And I'm doing all this right now just because this is really good to do early on, so that way you can process all the cobwebs you're getting, because you can turn the loom into silk. And you can turn the silk into all sorts of different things, but most importantly, a bed. Yeah, that's right, 5 of that gets you a thing. You can also, with 15 silk, and it takes 7 cobweb per silk, I do so believe. But with 15 silk, you can make a robe, which increases your magic power. Or at least it's useful for mages. I think it raises your mana and something else, but... where did my bed go? There it is. Okay, so we're gonna set the bed here. And if we right-click, ta-da! Spawn point set. So, if ever we die, rather than appearing outside where we log in, like right here, we'll just appear inside where it's nice and safe. We don't have to worry about anything. That's a good thing, right? Right? Yeah, it is. Trust me. It totally is. Okay. I don't really know if there's anything else we need to do. I do want to make a better axe. We probably don't need lead armor. Like, this cactus stuff's pretty good because the lead armor does 3, 3, and 2. Plus, it has a set bonus. That's actually pretty good. 20, 30, and 25. So it takes 75 ingots. We're like halfway there. Decisions. I could chop down trees so much faster. Well, we'll waste some copper on it because this is a really bad axe. This one's gonna be 20% faster. All right, there, that's fine. That's definitely fine. Okay, well, it's daytime out. I think we've gotten enough done today. So, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I know, it was kind of neat. We got some stuff. Ooh, I gotta set the gold chest down somewhere. I actually like to put my ores and stuff in a gold chest, but oh well. Anyway, I will see you on the next episode of Marriland's Terraria Adventure. See you next time. I don't even know what. Sunflowers? Yeah, sunflowers.